Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Canal Algérie's news in English and in today's top stories. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, receives on Thursday the premises of the Presidency of the Republic. Participant in the International Forum on Imam Mohammed bin Abdel Karim Al Maghili, Governance and the Stability of the African Societies and its Unity. The 30th edition of the Algerian Production Fair, an economic platform that reflects a new vision of Algeria that encourages startups to export and reinforce the chances to join BRICS mechanism. Internationally, demonstrations continue in Morocco to denounce the normalization with the Zionist entity, and the scandals of Al-Makhzen continue with the Brussels Public Prosecutor's Office investigating corruption attempts of European MEPs by Moroccan officials. And we're ending our bulletin with Tassili Niger, that is considered one of the most beautiful places in Algeria and the world. Good evening. Those were the headlines. First of all, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, received on Thursday some of the participants taking part in the International Forum, Imam Mohammed bin Abdel Karim Al Maghili, Governance and the Stability of the African Societies and its Unity, held in Algiers on the 12th and 13th of the current December. From Nigeria, the President received the Emir of the Emirate of Kano, Aminu Ado Bayero, and the Chairman of the organization, Othman Bauchi Ibrahim Tahir Bauchi. The President of the Republic also received the Caliph of Tariqa Tijaniya for the region of Jemba in Senegal, Sheikh Sirin Hassan Sikh, and the Chairman of Dar al-Quran, Maryam Inyas Omar al-Tijani. During the reception, the Caliph of Tariqa Tijaniya for the region of Jnaba in Senegal made the following statement of praise and gratitude to the President of the Republic. Let's listen.
سعادة الرئيس السيد عبدالمجيد تبون، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. فأولا أبلغ تحايا أخيكم الرئيس النيجيري السيد محمد بخاري الذي أبلغته بأن ولقي دعوتكم، فأوصاني بأن أقدم شكره وتقديره لكم. وثانيا أبلغ تحايا أحبائكم السادة القادريين لنيجيريا. فقبل شهر تقريبا أقمنا الموكب القادري الذي يحضره ملايين من جميع ولايات نيجيريا بل ومن خارج الدول الأفريقية الغربية. فهذا الموكب
I would like first to convey the greetings of your brother, the Nigerian President, Mr. Muhammad Buhari. He extends his sincere thanks and appreciation to you. The Kadiri method is followed by millions from all Nigeria provinces and even from outside African countries. In Nigeria, we consider ourselves your brothers, as Algeria and Nigeria agree on important matters. First, we are all Malikis and we are all Sufis. We need to be united. We thank you very much and we will be at your disposal. Thank you again for your special stance towards the meeting of Sheikh Al-Maghili. Before the end of the conference, we received your consent to accomplish our outcomes of the conference.
فإن شاء الله نحن سنكون رهن إشارتكم إن شاء الله، ونشكركم شكرا جزيلا على موقفكم الخاص تجاه الملتقى للشيخ المغيلي، حيث أننا قبل أن ينتهي المؤتمر أتتنا موافقتكم بإنجاز ما أثمره المؤتمر.
From Niger, the President of the Republic also received the Sultan of Agadez in Niger, Ibrahim Omro, and the grandson of Imam Al-Maghili, Chairman of the Mohammed bin Abdel Karim Al Maghili Association, Ibrahim Said, and the Sheikh Karib Allah Nasser Kabra, Sheikh of Tariqa Qadriya in Nigeria and West Africa, and the grandson of Imam Al-Maghili Abdel Karim Al-Sharif Ali Al-Sharif, and the head of the Maghili organization in Kano, Present at the receptions, which took place at the premises of the Presidency of the Republic, were the Minister of Religious Affairs and Waqf, Yusuf Bilmahdi, and Hassouni Mohammed, a mission head at the Presidency of the Republic. During the receptions, the Sheikh of Tariqa Tijaniya and Qadiriya praised in Nigeria and West Africa, praised the efforts of the President of the Republic in service of science and the people of knowledge. Let's listen.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. فخامة رئيس الجمهورية الديمقراطية الشعبية السيد عبد المجيد تبون، تحية طيبة عطرة خالصة خالدة من لواعج مكنوناتنا القلبية نرفعها إلى فخامتكم قائلين لفخامتكم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
First of all, allow me, Mr. President, to extend on behalf of the General Caliph and the Tijaniya Al-Ahmadiyya family in Senegal my sincere thanks and gratitude for your invitation. We are grateful to Your Excellency, your hospitality and gratitude. This is not surprising from Algeria, the land of martyrs and heroes, the land of 1.5 million martyrs. Whatever writers write, they do not fulfill the right of Algeria. The visit of the General Caliph, Sheikh Hassan Murtada ibn Abdullah, is an evidence that Algeria is the source and origin of Tijaniya method. We pray for Your Excellency to be healthy and happy. We are fully aware that Algeria is fine and it will always be as long as you are at its head. May you and your people be in God's protection and care.
المنبع والمنشأ الأصلي لطريقة التجارية العالمية ونحن ندري دراية تامة أن الجزائر بخير وستكون بخير دائم ما دمتم يا فخامة رئيس الجمهورية عبد المجيد تبون على رأسها ودمتم وشعبكم الوفي بحفظ الله الرحمن الرحيم وحسن رعايته.
As part of her programmatic vision to build a strong economy, the President Abdelmajid Tebboune recalls that his strategy is based on diversifying our economy that meets national needs and exports its surplus abroad. The 30th edition of the National Production Fair, which was inaugurated by the President, is precisely in line with this perspective. For the head of state, next year will be an economic year. More details with Daniel Bahri.
Profound economic reforms gave Algeria a new dynamic. Indeed, through its national production based on quality, Algeria aims to regain its place on national foreign markets. A new strategy is being put in place in the field in order to build a strong and resilient economy that involves more young project leaders. The President of the Republic has repeatedly reiterated his support for young people and has translated his will into concrete measures.
اسماعيل حجاب كنت أخدم في الخارج، عندي 15 سنة خبرة في المجال التقنيات المالية. جيت في 2020 أسست شركة ناشئة مع وزارة الشركات الناشئة، والآن طورنا أول حل يعني ديفلوبي هنا في الجزائر بقدرات جزائرية، وهو تطبيق بطاقات ملامسة بغير ملامسة.
وجدوا روحكم.
نعم.
باسكو فا باسي لا كارت بري بيي.
اكزاكتومون.
تاع نفطال وجدوا روحكم.
رانا واجدين.
بور توت لي ستاسيون نفطال.
إن شاء الله.
اي كومبري عين صلاح، اي كومبري برج باجي مختار، اي كومبري تيمياوين، là où il y a une station. Il faut qu'on ait les moyens de vérifier la carte prépayée et d'encaisser le tarif اللي غادي on va le fixer.
والهدف اننا نخرجوا من السوق الوطنيه للسوق الاوروبيه، وعندنا الان مستوى يضاهي يعني التقنيات في.
Du point de vue prix, vous êtes concurrentiel, c'est très concurrentiel.
Real economic exploits have been achieved by Algeria lately, a reality reflected by figures which consolidates the will of Algeria to adhere to the groups of BRICS. Indeed, this adhesion allows our country to demonstrate the solidity of its economy and to also boost several sectors to export towards other destinations.
نهضر مع الالكتريسيتي، نهضر مع الالكتروميناجي، تو سكي نوبل. نتوما لا بغينا سنة 23 الجزائر تقفز قفزة نوعية اللي تخليها تدخل البريكس par le grand portail. C'est vous.
A flexible economy is also based on the knowledge economy and startups. In this sense, Algerian startuppers can count on the Algerian Startup Fund, which help the owners of projects to finance their companies.
من خلال زيارة الرئيس الجمهورية في افتتاح المعرض كان صارم في مجال التصدير بالنسبة للسوق الإفريقية.
In the president's visit at the opening of the exhibition, he was insistent on the field of exports. Regarding the African market, until now we're holding negotiations with 7 investors, namely Mauritania, Côte d'Ivoire, Senegal, and Tunisia, to promote our products.
في هذا السوق عندنا نسبة الإدماج تقدر توصل حتى 80-100% في بعض المنتجات، ورانا نغطي 80% من احتياجات المواطن الجزائري.
في سوق إفريقيا الجنوبية وين كان عندنا خزانات للبطاريات اللي يستعملوهم في واحد.
In the South African market, we had reservoirs for batteries used in special adapters. We are excited to export our products in accordance with the President's program regarding this field.
رانا متشوقين باش نصدروا منتوجنا خاصة لإفريقيا عن طريق الشركات الوطنية، مثلا سونال غاز اللي تحكم مولدات كهربائية كبيرة، هي تكون لنا كضمان. الحاجة الأولى احنا كمؤسسة صغيرة وإحنا نرافقها في المنتوجات اللي تخص المجال الكهربائي.
الطاقات الإنتاجية المتوفرة تعطينا يعني الإمكانية والقوة على أن نصنع محليا وليس نركب. نؤكد على هذا أننا نصنع محليا ونعمل على رفع نسب الإنتاج إلى أبعد الحدود.
The creation of a ministry in charge of the knowledge economy and startups reflects the determination of the state and its strong desire to start a new turn and get fully into a market economy based on knowledge economy.
Indeed, in its 30th edition, the Algerian Fair reflects the state's strategy on stimulating local products, manufacturing, and also its exportation. A variety of products are being exhibited. Our field reporter, Saban Taferganit, came back with the following.
Touching 9 fields, Algerian production have seen a milestone deviation, from covering local market needs to exportation. This exhibition embodies production's development in the presence of the new laws and facilitations deployed for strong and attractive economy.
We have mainly 2 kinds of products, electrical products and mechanical products. It's a 100% Algerian product, and we plan to export mainly in Africa because it's the direction of our President Abdelmajid Tebboune, who insists on the African market.
The main goal of our participation in this event is to introduce our company, our products, our production capacities also. It's an opportunity for the national and private companies to benefit from our experience and services, especially in the mechanical industry. And it's an occasion for the Algerian citizens to witness the quality of our 100% Algerian-made products.
Banning the importation of what's already been produced, doubling up hydrocarbons exportation, opting for real manufacturing process are part of the main objectives, aiming to reduce imports bill and by that face recession.
We are a solar solution provider. We are the first company in this field start manufacturing lithium batteries. The product is here, the product is good, and it's designed here with all the product that we can find here, and the part that we are importing, we are working on it.
Our target is in all our projects is to meet the needs of national market with high quality and to increase production rate with high quality and to get good competition with international brands. To get out of the assembly system to manufacturing system and at the end to access to export starting from neighboring countries, not why not to all Africa countries.
Here in the Algerian production exhibition, we are tangibly witnessing the very reformist strategy that aims to export local products labeled Made in Algeria abroad.
In his capacity as a representative of the President of the Republic, the Prime Minister, Ayman bin Abdurrahman, took part in the third day of the proceedings of the U.S.-Africa Summit, where the third day, which was inaugurated by the American President Joe Biden, was dedicated to high-level discussions and conversations between the leaders and heads of African governments and the high U.S. highly ranked government officials. These sessions will discuss the partnership file on the agenda of 2036 and multilateral partnerships with Africa to face the worldwide challenges, reinforcing food security and the food system's resilience. The Prime Minister held talks with the United States Secretary of Commerce, Gina Raimondo, where they discussed the investment opportunities in the Algerian market in the light of the priorities of the government in its work plan, implementing the program of the President of the Republic in many sectors. The United States Secretary of Commerce affirmed the great interest that American operators show in investing in Algeria. Both parties agreed at the end to prepare for a work visit of the United States Secretary of Commerce at the head of an important businessman delegation during the first quarter of the next year. On the sidelines of his participation as a representative of the President of the Republic, the Prime Minister received the U.S. Special Presidential Envoy for Climate, John Kerry. The conversations allowed for an exchange of views on climate challenges and means to promote international cooperation to face it through development, renewable and clean energies. In the framework of the fight against terrorism and the efficient use of information, detachments of the National People's Army in coordination with the specialized security services captured during the period from the 28th of November to the 2nd of December 2022 during a quality operation conducted in Timiawin, the operational sector of Borj Beji Mukhtar in the 6th Military Region, the terrorists belonging to the terrorist groups active in the Sahel region, and this concerns Mubarki al-Sheikh, also known as Al-Hassan, Suli Al-Hassan, also known as El-Dushaki, and Bahada Baba Ahmed from a Malian nationality. In the same operation, 3 support elements were arrested, and this concerns Dilali Muhammad from a Malian nationality, Okba Konta Sharif and Okba Konta Ahmed. These positive and decisive results achieved by different units of the National People's Army reiterate the firm determination of our forces to eliminate the phenomenon of terrorism in our country. On to the parliamentary activity, where a plenary session held at the Council of the Nation, chaired by the Speaker of the Council, Salih Goujil, was dedicated to oral questions dedicated to the sectors of religious affairs and waqfs, national education, culture and arts, national solidarity, family affairs, and the status of women. Still in the parliamentary activity, the Committee of Education, Higher Education, Scientific Research and Religious Affairs at the National People's Assembly listened to a presentation by the Minister of Housing, Planning in the City, Mohammed Tariq Bilaribi, on public equipment for the Educational Institutions Program, as well as its execution and the engineering of these equipment and the budget of the equipment. After the quality operation by the Central Service for Combating Organized Crimes, Hawla, earlier this week, which resulted in the overthrow of an organized criminal network specialized in money laundering and the seize of large sums of money and national and hard currency, a new blow for criminal networks by the same service once again, where the latter put an end to the activity of another organized criminal network consisting of 7 people who professionally defraud citizens with a seizure of 32 billion centimes, 27,000 euros, and 12 vehicles of various brands. This network was deluding its victims to benefit from the purchase of new cars subject to seizure and judicial dispute within the framework of what they called the liquidation of administrative files for car installation complexes, where its elements resort to fraudulent methods of luring victims by selling them in the first stage cars at low prices, which pushes them in the second stage to submit larger demands. grants, which enabled the network to seize significant sums in collusion with some executives from the public administration and one of the fake employees who acted as an intermediary in the achievement of these illegal transactions. The suspects, who revealed to the investigators the methods of their criminal scheme, confessed their responsibility in this case and were brought before the public prosecutor at the Bir Murad Rais court in the case of forming a criminal association in order to prepare for fraud and felonies, abuse of office, money laundering, violation of the special legislation on movement of capital to and from inside and outside, impersonation of a profession, and deliberate concealment of criminal proceeds. Let's listen.
الفلوس في لا ميزون كيفاه قال لك يا ودي تعطيني دراهم نعطي لها كونفيونس.
I was scammed by someone I believed I could trust. We met by the bank and I gave them 350 million centimes as a down payment for a car. Afterwards, I paid 155 million centimes. Then I added 190 million centimes, then 375 centimes, and then another 100 million centimes on a different occasion as a last deposit. There are many others who deposited larger amounts of money.
وزيد عطيت لها 375 وزيد عطيت لها 100 الاخرى. وكاين دي جون واحد اخرين درسوا بزاف ملايين، واحد 3.5 واحد 4. عطات له وحده 2 3 4 5 تعطي له.
نفرميو الناس نعطوا لهم دي فيكول كي نيكزيستو با، ما كاينش لي فيكول. قلت له مونيا نخدم في واحد. Voilà, comme quoi je suis âgée, j'ai des enfants. Comme quoi il y a des enchères qui sont là وفي غير. Proposé لهم les véhicules هادو. J'ai proposé باسمي عيط المنير عيط لكelques-uns.
We promised to give people non-existent vehicles. I pretended like my name was Munia, a family woman with a family and kids. We proposed vehicles through auction sales. I called some of our clients' representatives and I told them to give their deposits to my partner and I would give them their vehicles. I kept lying to people and telling them that their vehicles were on the way and to be patient. I wanted to make money, but I wouldn't have continued if I had known the situation would go this far. It was a big mistake.
J'ai voulu faire de l'argent, j'ai voulu voyager, j'ai voulu mixer, mais pas de cette façon. Donc elle a عرفت نحق لهاد la situation. Jamais نحق هادشي. C'était une erreur ونستقبل بها.
The Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research, Canal, alongside the Minister of Knowledge, Economy, Startups and Microenterprises, Yassine Al-Mahdi Walid, supervised at the University of Science and Technology, Houari Boumediene, in the capital, Algiers, the inauguration of a pavilion dedicated for startups projects. In the Sahrawi file, the UN General Assembly adopted a resolution reaffirming the legal framework of the Western Sahara issue in its 77th session. The resolution number 77/133, adopted without a vote on the issue of Western Sahara under item 55 of its agenda, is related to the implementation of the declaration on the granting of independence to colonial countries and people. Still in the Sahrawi file, advanced detachments of the Sahrawi People's Liberation Army targeted entrenchments of the Moroccan occupation soldiers in the regions of Rous al-Sibti and Akrara al-Farsik in the sector of Mahbas, costing them heavy human and material losses. In Morocco, protesters don't seem to forget the agreement sealed between Rabat and the Zionist entity. Moroccan human rights organizations are taken to the streets every day to call out those in charge and to warn the public of these agreements' dangers. Manal Ammari has more.
After almost 2 years since the signing of the shameful agreement with the Zionist entity, Moroccans remain angry. Aware of this agreement's heavy repercussions on their country's security and stability, Moroccans had to face the brutal repercussion from the Makhzen security forces. Several protesters were arrested by the police, ordered to silence the popular discontent, and to ban slogans and banners of solidarity with the Palestinian people. The Moroccan Front for the Support of Palestine insisted on the continuation of the struggle until the cancellation of the normalization with the Zionist entity, the expulsion of its representative from Morocco, and the promulgation of a law criminalizing all forms of normalization. Human rights organizations are calling for support to be demonstrated to reiterate the Moroccan people's position in favor of the legitimate rights of the Palestinian people of establishing an independent state with Al-Quds as its capital. Moroccans are preparing to take to the streets on the upcoming December 22nd across several cities of the country to restate the rejection of the normalization agreement between the Makhzen regime and the Zionist entity, sealed without taking into account the Moroccan people's will.
The interferences of Morocco are revealed by European newspapers and decreed by MEPs in the phone call operation carried out by the Belgian police. Several details are now circulating. The names of several Moroccan officials would be involved in what is qualified in the media as Parliament Gate. Details with Sabrina Tefrginit.
After the Pegasus spying affair, which incriminated the Makhzen and unveiled the vast spying operation on personalities in Morocco and abroad, Morocco finds itself once again at the head of another scandal, this time within the European Parliament. 15 deputies of this assembly affiliated with an organization of Rabat's secret services are concerned in this affair of corruption. Their role was to manage cash. This embezzlement led to the arrestation of one of the vice presidents of the parliament, the Greek Eva Kaili, whose partner, Francesco Giorgi, admitted to the Belgian investigators that she had been part of an organization used by Morocco for the purpose of interfering and influencing European affairs. Other documents consulted by the two daily newspapers, Le Soir et La Repubblica, confirmed that Antonio Ponzeri, Andrea Cozzolino, and the assistant Francesco Giorgi have been in contact with Belharis Mohammed, an officer of the General Directorate of Studies and Documentation, an intelligence service and a counter-espionage one in Morocco, who relied on the intimidation of the diplomat Abderrahim Atmoun, ambassador of Morocco based in Warsaw, under the leadership of the diplomat from Rabat operating on the Warsaw-Brussels axis. The investigation conducted by the Brussels Public Prosecutor's Office shows a series of operations decided and agreed within a proven system which aims to interfere in the European Union and the important positions of the institutions' communities, in particular the European Parliament.
We're ending our bulletin with one of the most beautiful places in Algeria and the world, the Tassili Najer, considered to be the largest open-air museum in the planet. This destination attracts those who enjoy the desert, beauty, and history. They are amazed by the beautiful sights such as Timer Zougan, Moul Nega, report by Hisham Daou, commentary by Manal Ammari.
The Tassili Najer is bustling with riveting tourist activities, thanks to its picturesque nature, due to its Sahara's geological configuration, to which a popular archaeological heritage is attached. The Tadrakht Rouge, or the Red Mountain, is the Tassili's unmissable jewel, which remains one of the most popular tourist destinations.
Je suis française et je suis actuellement au cœur de Tadrakht Rouge.
I'm French. I'm currently at the heart of the Tadrakht Rouge in the Algerian desert. It is extremely beautiful. There's greenery, mountains, sands, and dunes. We are surrounded by Tuaregs. It is very secure. We eat well and we sleep in the sand. It is divine.
On dort bien dans le sable et tout est fantastique. C'est une décoration de rêve.
In this part of the Sahara, the Red Mountain is one of the most fantastic desert landscapes. Areas like Moul Naga or Timerzouga offers to enthusiasts of large spaces, gigantic dunes in a unique shade of red.
Personnellement, c'est la deuxième fois que je fais
Personally, it is the second time that I traveled to Tadrart. The first time our stay was kept short due to COVID. I enjoyed it so much that I wanted to return to discover more and go hiking. It is wonderful because we get to discover the different landscapes, which change throughout the day according to the light. We also have an accompanying team that takes good care of us.
On a une équipe d'accompagnateurs qui s'occupe très bien de nous.
The visitors of these magical places confirm that it is indeed the most beautiful desert on earth.
Nous sommes ici au cœur du Tadrart.
We are here at the heart of Tadrart. After a 3-day journey on foot, in this sandy landscape with its ochre and black rocks, we are watching the sunset on these beautiful sand dunes.
Nous sommes ce soir au coucher du soleil sur ces belles dunes de sable. Ça me donne envie peut-être de revenir encore une fois.
This makes me want to return once again, going from the discovery side to the personal experience side in this group setting, with companions who are happy to be here and who put us in great spirits.
Beaucoup de bonne humeur.
I did not know Algeria. It is my first visit here and I can tell you that it is wonderful. Saharan tourism takes back its place in the area of international tourism, and Algeria, with its large desert, aspires to be the leading destination on the world tourism map.
And with that, our news edition comes to a close. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.